What's up, guys? So, hi, happy Valentine's Day. I'm wearing the shirt I only wear once a year on the Valentine's Day. Um, I'm really playing with this whole concept of what we create as humans when we work on ourselves, right? Like when we hire coaches or we hire business advisors or we do those kinds of things and we're working on and we're digging down to be better and happier and all of those things. Or a lot of the culture conversations in America is how do I get richer, right? I need more money. So whether it's more money or happiness or time that you're looking for, whatever it is, I wanted to really break down what's at the base of all of those things, whatever it is that you think you're searching for. Maybe it's more calm, maybe it's more time, maybe it's more vacations, maybe it's who knows, right? But what's really at the base of that in a lot of ways is enjoyment and happiness and contentment, right? That's really it. It all feeds into each other. And one of the things that I think, it was funny, I had this moment where I was like, is that what I do? I think that's what I do. What do I help you create? More happiness. And it's not, or is it, then I was reading yesterday and it's what if the pursuit wasn't after happiness, but after wholeness? And the truth is that that's a concept similar to when I used to present some programs as ways to build and gain confidence, right? Nobody wants to talk about that publicly. Nobody wants to join a group and pay a human money to help them build confidence. Those words just don't, it's something that people subconsciously avoid. Trust me, I've done the market research on this, even though that is what we're building, right? And even though it is not only what we're building, but it's also what we're seeking in a lot of ways. But the other side of that is, people ask me how do you be a good manager? How do you have good relationships? How do I have more time? How do I make sure I'm there for my kids? How am I there for my parents? Blah, 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 whatever it is, right? And the truth is that you do that by making yourself as whole as possible every single day, by learning how to make yourself as whole as possible. And that's really a theme at the moment, I must say. And the truth of the matter is that nobody really talks about that. We do live in a very codependent world. Social media makes us codependent. Our cell phones make us codependent. It's kind of what we've all learned. A lot of relationships that I work with and people, it's a codependent baseline foundation, right? And what does that mean when I say that? We count on other people for unhealthy, unnecessary things. And we put weight on the person's relationship or that person's existence in our lives for us to be okay. Now, that's not the textbook definition, but there it is. So Tony and I used to have a very codependent relationship way back in the day when we first started dating. Because that's what we both knew. That's what we both knew. And there would be times that I would make him really uncomfortable or he would make me really uncomfortable. And what we started to realize over the years was that a lot of our reactions had nothing at all to do with the other person. It had everything to do with our past experiences, right? And so with that being said, when you're starting to learn how to be whole as a human before you enter yourself into any relationships or before you try to be there for anyone else, when your concern and your focus is on being whole, everything really changes in a really big way. It changes into a place where you desire to be this healthy support system for someone else. And there's also this healthy respect factor when both people are committed to that. And so when Tony and I decided to really give this a forever go, right? That was a conversation that we had. And we are two very full individuals, and we spend a lot of time regularly working on being full, wholeness as being whole humans. So I'm not giving 50, it's not 50-50 in our world. It's 100%, 100%, right? But then sometimes there's a flexibility piece there where he's not able to be 100%, and that's okay. Or I need him to be 100%. I need him to push his shit to the side for a day. Like when Bonnie died, he had to pull himself together to drive us home. I was not any, I was like 10% and he was 90%. And then we got home and we both got to, fall apart. But anyway, that might not be the best example. But I think it's like the pursuit of wholeness and of knowing ourselves and of wanting to relieve the pressure, relieve the expectation, relieve the lack, relieve the reactive tendencies and the codependent tendencies. It's like, dude, that is a game changer. But no one's talking about that, right? When at the end of the day, building businesses that are more profitable, building relationships, friendships, romantic, family, business, whatever it is, that are supportive, making sure that you're the best version of yourself to handle what life throws at you. That is the pursuit of wholeness, because happiness is not a constant, right? Which I think is also kind of a miscommunication in the world. It's like, I had someone say to me the other day, this is what stemmed that conversation. It was probably like a month ago, actually. I was talking about that new program that I was doing, and I had a couple people inquire about that scholarship, and I asked, like, is this what you're looking for, whatever. And one of the people was like, I'm actually really looking for just more of a general lifestyle, creating happiness and consistency and confidence and drive, like those really positive feelings. I feel, and he said, I feel like happiness is like an up and down roller coaster ride thing. Like, I can't keep it. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh, honey, like, it's that way for everyone. No one's happy all the time. Like, and that's okay. You don't have to be happy all the time, nor do you have to place reasoning on why you might not be, ecstatically bouncing off the walls whatever day. Like, you don't have to do that. But sometimes we put this unhealthy pressure on ourselves to think we have to walk around in this false sense of positivity, when it's like, again, like I kind of mentioned yesterday in my live stream, like, you can be kind and productive without being happy. Like, you don't have to be in the best mood of your life to perform well or to show up for people or to do your job. But if you establish your relationships in a really real way, and you do show up a certain way often for your people, then when you have days like right now, everyone in my life is very aware of the fact that, like, my attention span is shorter right now because I'm grieving. My give a fuck factor is really low. I'm not really here to hear anybody's nonsense. Like, I just don't have it in me right now. And that's okay. But I've established my relationships where everybody is aware of, nobody's mad. No one's lacking from me, because we have very established, respected, balanced relationships. But I did that very intentionally, right? So anyway, I'm rambling at this point, I think. Some of the content I've been creating lately, like over the last month or two for you guys, is really because I don't believe that, like, the masses fully grasp what coaching does for you, right? Would hiring a mentor or a business advisor or a coach, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to be in your corner and to be someone that you talk to and help you and whatever. Like, I don't know that people really fully understand all of the good that comes from that and all of the things that are possible from that. Now, partially that's because the world is saturated with coaches, right? There's a lot of people out there right now who are like, I'm a coach, and they have like no business, because they don't know how to understand, they don't know human communication. They don't communicate well themselves. And there's a lot of icky, tricky things going on around that. So unfortunately, it makes things for people like me who've been coaching people for, 10 years, it's just different, right? But I think that some of these conversations of what's been popping out of my head lately is really because I don't think that just like, you know, there's what, three people, Brian, Dan, and Jay. Like, I don't know that they know all of the things that can be gained from having tuning into things like this, or from having someone like me in your corner, helping you grow and all of those things. So anyway, I think that's where a lot of it's coming from. So we're just going to keep going with it. I do have I have not closed the doors for the wheel together. We have had one session like with the group, but I'll be posting more about that, because obviously like I paused for a week or so because of my personal life. But we'll be back at it. So if anybody is still interested in that, it is still available. So yeah, have a good day wherever you are. Happy Valentine's Day, or if you're watching the replay, happy whatever day it is. And I will talk to you guys later.